Hello guys and welcome to week 29 of my devlogs for Finding Home, the zombie game I'm creating. Again, I kick off with the EXE. This week I didn't get much, but I actually got in a couple of new maps here. Broken Visions will be the map my mom wants to work on. Um, so right now it's completely blank. I just pretty much got the landscape and the level streaming loading. So let's see here. I don't see any chunking. I want to make it onto that hill there. See if the game kind of locks up at all. Should be. I think I got good streaming. Oh, there's a little jank there, but other than that, I'm getting good frames, like 90, 120 frames. Okay. And water. Let's go that way. Let's see if we get any more. Oh, still good frames here. Ran out of stamina. Obviously, just like my fiance's map, she's gonna have to add a bunch of buildings and roads and stuff like that. But yeah, just give some extra maps there. There you go. So there's a lot that she could do with this map. Should be interesting to see what she does. Alright, and the other map, like I said, was my fiance's map, and all I did was put the map in. So I think if you guys remember before, there was some zombies over there and the car and stuff like that I was testing. But because I'm just keeping this simple, all I did was just actually take the physical map itself, and yeah, and then I'll be taking, like, whenever she gets other stuff in. She's working on prefabbing blueprints for houses, so she's got a couple of them done, and once those are done, I'll get them in here. Yeah, and this is another massive map. So take a look, and that's just kind of how it will go. Each map, I just kind of add them when if friends or family gets them complete, or if people want to work on stuff. But yeah, I think that's really all I did. And again, you always just go back to the main menu and then go to the main game if you wanted. Start it up. I think for this movie sequence, I'm just gonna keep it really simple. I'm just gonna have the screen look down at the car and the character, and then the camera go behind the character, and not worry about the car moving and everything. Just to keep it simple, just like keep going with because it's getting closer and closer to September, and I wanted to get in there and make sure I save at least a week or two for any little like hiccups I might run into, or also just making sure like the multiplayer works and stuff like that. So, like I said, I might just have the camera zoom down on this guy where he's standing right here, and then I'll just have the trucks right there to start off with, as if he like pulled up and got out of the truck right away. Alright, let's go to the engine. So engine, like I was saying, so I'll just have a maps folder, and in the maps folder I put the two new maps that are going to be there. So if I go to Broken Visions, which is my mom's map, all that's pretty much in here right now. If I zoom out, as you see, the level streaming cubes are all in there. If I go to the levels themselves and make them all visible, See if we could bulk do this. Nope. Show selected. Oh, there we go. I think it's loading here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then you guys can see the full map. While we're waiting for that, also remember it's been the first Tuesday of the month. So let's go back. I'll just look at new releases here, which means there's new assets out. So this month, we got the advanced female customization, which was $70 regular price, stuff for free. These are like magic effects, an end game level editor for people who want the players to be able to make their own levels, a sci-fi office, and this really works with if you're like using Mixamo stuff in root motion, because there's a bunch of free animations you could use with Adobe and Mixamo. The skeleton is a little bit different than Unreal's, but something like this will help you import Mixamo characters also into Unreal a little bit easier. The depth of this customization is pretty cool. You even could get like patterns on the characters' outfits, as well as the textures. Let's see, there should be a point. You actually get the textures to make it look more clothy or synthetic or like leather on the actual fabric of their clothing, which is pretty in depth and pretty cool. The main downfall is it is females only, so you'd have to do a bunch of tweaking to get males in there. So if you're just doing like a female main character, this might work, but other than that, locomotion here. And like I said, for the elements, this is pretty cool. Like you got your water, fire, earth attacks. So if you're making a magic game, this one's pretty cool. I'm not too sure I'll ever use this level creator. Looks kind of blocky, but I'm sure that's just because he's using like cheap assets. If you actually put like whatever assets you're doing, it will look more natural with your game. The sci-fi, if you're doing obviously sci-fi game, the quality of these assets look really crisp, really nice. I might even end up using it because I do have some science facility stuff, and more science more than the fiction bit, because a lot of this stuff does look like it's not out of this world. Like it looks like it's pretty grounded, and that it would make sense at a science facility. All right. But the biggest takeaway for me is every month they also do one permanently free item. Remember, the permanently free items and the Epic Games items you can still sell commercially as long as you're not using them as they were intended to be used before. Like, so if you're using the Paragon characters, if you're not trying to make another Paragon game, you could use those assets and sell them commercially. Like, sell it with your game commercially, as long as you're not like trying to duplicate what they did. Like, and a lot of these assets are good. Like this park asset's huge. It has I was going to use a lot of it in my other game because it has baseball diamonds, it has basketball courts, all that stuff. Factory's nice, has lots of factory pieces and stuff. A whole western town. Picked up the cars, the trucks. The animal pack and creature pack's pretty cool. Allows you to get dragons and stuff in your game. Animals. Basic mocap. A building system is now there. Tempered vegetation. Even though it says newest, it's not really, because it's when the objects were created. So sometimes, there we go. So the new item that was created for free this week is actually the Landscape Pro 2.0 generator. That was that's what came new to the permanently free section, which is actually a pretty cool um, tool to use. That's free. It allows you to, if you could set it up, it allows you to pretty much just as you paint on or as you move your landscape, it'll auto generate the materials, and if depending on the materials that you place down, it can also auto generate trees and rocks and stuff like that. So if you have a really high peak, it will make like a mountain for you. If the landscape's like really sharp, and or if you're doing like a little cove downward, it'll make it more like a lake kind of texture, like maybe muddy sands and stuff like that. And you can get it all like set up the way you want it. So again, see how it's a nice sharp incline. The auto generates rocks and some grass for you depending on the steepness. So, and how you use that. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They got videos and documentation on it. It's a pretty cool tool to check out. Alright, seems like this is loaded. Alright, so this is my mom's map, and as you can see, I'm at 8 speed on the camera. So this map is pretty huge. Go down, that's the grass level. That's and so all I did was really set up the loading, the level streaming. As you seen there, when I started, and once I crossed this line, there's a little hiccup, but then it loads in this whole area here, and it's pretty good. And we go back to Dead Island. It might just take a sec here. And again, this is the map that she did before, so it's the same. I think I already showed it off a bit. But yeah, my mom came down to visit, so I've been kind of busy hosting and entertaining. I'm still I still have done some stuff, and I still plan to do work and get stuff done. Also, a big thing is there has been, and I don't know if they're still free, if anybody's looking at getting models and stuff. This guy's stuff here was all free. It looks like it's still all free. This is awesome for my game. There's a jet fighter and a bunch of military vehicles. And these are fully rigged, doors open and shut, even hatches on the tank, and fully drivable. Propellers move and everything for the plane, like free, 100% free. This is crazy. I don't know if this is part of the Unreal free set, and that's why this guy's putting it out, or for free, or if it was a mistake or what. But hey, man, I could use these assets, so I picked them up right away. And if anybody's thinking of ever making some sort of military game or anything, I definitely, recommend picking these assets up. But again, the map is blank, but I can always just load in the levels here. As you can see, it's still the same as it kind of was, and this is what you'd be able to run around. I'm hoping, in worst case, like if I'm in a rush, then maybe I could just, if Katie doesn't get enough time to do stuff, maybe I could just drop some zombies all around the place, and it's just a map to kind of build in. Remember, because all the functions are built into the player. You'll still be able to, no matter what, chop down trees and build stuff if you just want like a more quiet thing. So you'll be able to kill zombies and still loot whatever they drop. So, yeah. But, yeah, sadly I don't have that much this week. Again, I hope you guys like what you're seeing. And please, don't forget to send me comments and notify me if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys, and you have a good one. Cheers.